Alright, and we have sound. It is Friday. We have sound. We have echoes. Let me take care of that. It is Friday. So many windows. Alright, let's play some Hearthstone. Yay! Hearthstone. Played a few games this morning. Got my butt kicked. But we're gonna stay at it. Keep trying to climb.
There you are! Back from your adventures?
Alright, so I am going back to... Alright, it's cold again. I'm all chilled. Need to get comfy. Shut down this window because we don't need it. With Hearthstone. Come on, wake up, game. Memory reading reset. Alright. Nixia. I was having fun playing. Well, this was fun, but you don't always get the win condition. Where is... I thought it was a druid. I thought I had one that was in standard. Maybe I do not. I have not played this deck before. We go back to a... Or we could do Kaz Smurfadin. I think... Well, I can look when I play. I'm gonna try that deck. This is the time when you hit those plateaus that you get to try the creative decks. See what you can do. So this is a deck I made myself. And it's using some of the new cards, the Onyxia cards. Here's Cosminion. So I have the secrets. I don't think I want any of this early on. Some secrets. One attacks. Big pack meal. Alright, I think it's okay to have her in case I don't draw her. Ah, bugger. Just what I thought I didn't want to happen, is getting the pack mule. Oh well. Multi-purpose coffee. Warm the hands and wake me up. So, secret enemies. Quiet. Alright, it's okay to play that. Do this to draw a card. That is one angry pack mule. Oh, yay. At least one of them triggered. Alright. So, another pack mule. Go face. And Silverhand Recruit.
My best day on the job.
Run. So, we'll take out him. Him. So, most likely he'll take out the low one so they can take out both. Or he has some, like the daggers. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. They don't have enough mana to play it. Here, this one. Okay. But
To battle! Move quickly! To battle! To battle!
we'll give him the weapon. Springer.
This guy's toast.
Alright, what's he gonna give me? Alright, so he's going to try and deal this with most likely a what's it called? I can't think this wording. Mutinous. Mutinous Devour. So, let's see, because it's turn 7. That's what he's going to try to do. His mutinous is 7.
Strictly. This guy's toast.
Alright, I see a little bit of what he's doing. So the next battle cry part you call. So that could be mutinous. Let's see. I really didn't want that one to get it. Who am I getting rid of? Murloc? Okay, so I think I'm safe to play this.
Show these mortals your true forms. Remember the fallen. Running out of time.
Alright, still a 50-50 chance he's gonna steal it.
I'm the hand of the king.
Target eliminated.
Okay. Okay. Is it time to play it? Yeah. Alright.
I'm running out of time.
Alright, so
Remember the fallen.
I've fallen and going to the dark side. I'm playing an Onyxia deck. Now the funny thing is that it's never going to trigger unless he plays a bigger minion.
Target eliminated.
Alright, so you get your Scab Master.
Choose soon.
Oh gee. Hands are a little painful this morning. Alright, so what can we do? What to do, what to do. First roll hero power.
My blade seeks vengeance. I hear and obey.
Remember the fallen.
Right, I'm in a bad position. I need health. What else does he have?
Target eliminated.
Okay. That one is really annoying.
Too soon.
All right. So, discover a spell.
I hear and obey.
This area is off limits.
All right. Let's see.
Running out of time. Remember the fallen.
Job done.
All right. All right, we should be dead. So, how would I have played that differently? I'm not sure. Play it again. I don't really think I had a win condition there. Go back to my favorite, leave him.
Uther versus Anduin. A just cause is always worth fighting for.
I will fight with honor.
Alright, this is more what I like. Alright, I don't want this early. I don't want this one early. Give me my other Templars. Wow, that's bad. Alright, is he Shadow Priest? Is it a rogue? Is he going to play? So many questions.
Not too quickly.
Alright, that's what I wanted.
I cannot wait to read these.
Yay. Do this. Draw a holy spell.
The light. Grant your peace.
There we go. What's he gonna do? Alright, so let's do this.
Read this.
Let the dead rest. Job done.
What did he play? Discover a spell, reduce the cost of spells in your hand by one. Do this. This. Face. Face.
Rest.
Alright. Relatively painful.
I cannot wait to read this.
It is so windy outside. It was annoyingly windy.
This.
And cold. And not just like nice breeze. No, this is gusting so that the house was shaking.
Let's see what side.
Halton initials all other minions. Okay, so he's playing dragons. Okay. So, do one more reduction. All right. Let's see what he does next. So today and yesterday, I'm seeing that the display card in my current computer is continuously going out. So I thought it was just the one display, but now I've realized that it's the card itself. So I am going to have to swap computers out this weekend.
My blade seeks vengeance. I hear
But that's a fun project.
may the light grant you peace.
So every so often, it just goes out. No explanation, just completely goes out. And it won't be difficult to transfer everything over. And what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to dedicate this old computer to some of my photography work. And then I can not have to take everything down when I download photos. All right, what do we want to do?
I wonder.
Let's go ahead and
Only strengthen our
take the easy path.
remember the fallen.
All right.
My greatest creation.
Wow, he was impatient. I don't know that we're going to win this one either. Okay, so we'll do this.
Alliance and my family.
Two. Two.
I fight. Remember the fallen.
I don't want to use too many because they could have taken the little crabby dude that eats a minion and gains their health, which is very likely, but we'll see. So Onyxia Priest versus Libram Paladin. Hey Venom, welcome. Good morning. It's finally Friday. Just waiting to see what treasures he built in this deck. Yeah, I'm pretty glad it's Friday. Excuse me. I'm still considering taking the day off. I've got a little bit of time to decide. I might stream longer. Or I might take a break, do one meeting, then take the rest of the day off. And then come back and stream again. Let's see. What do I want to do? Let's buff.
It's not too heavy.
I'm still worried that he has that crab that's going to eat one of these.
Remember,
So I'm going to save these for when I can actually play and see what he does. So I'm playing ranked standard right now, which is a little against what I normally would play. I definitely prefer to play wild. Alright, so let's see here. Play 2.
Woe betide those who set themselves against me.
I don't have enough to take all of his out. But I can do this. Do this.
remember the fallen.
For the Alliance.
Alright, he's probably going to, if he did pick that treasure, he's going to eat that dude. Attack their copies. Alright. Okay. Boy, that's a weird sound. Alright. Let's see here. Buff somebody. Oh, I don't know what to do. Very annoying. Okay, so I could do this.
True strength comes from within.
Do this. Do this. I have this. This.
Believe in yourself.
Take out one. Eddie! Hey, happy Friday! Welcome.
Running out of time.
Alright, do that, and then we take out the other whelp. Do that. Then we do face. Come on, face. Thank you. Alright, let's see where... Oh, I should have played the last 2 Libram so that my monster would stay alive. Let's see. There's 2 copies. Banana Split. I have not seen that card yet. That must be one of those random treasures. Okay. What do I want to do here?
Remember the
I'm just going to take a whole ton of damage.
Really?
Boy, this is a really painful game. And the thing is, I don't have a treasure. There is absolutely no win condition that I have for this game.
saddle up.
Alright, let's see. Oh, I am so ready for the weekend. Although, I think I'm going to have to finally bite the bullet and redo the computer. I'm going to have to set up the new one because the video card is what's going out on my old computer. I finally figured out what was going on. Alright, well this is just painful, so I'm going to give it to him. Because I have absolutely no win condition here. Oh, I forgot to squelch. You're so lucky, Nettie. Alright, before I start the next game, I am going to get some coffee because the cup has gone dry. I will be right back. Oh, that's funny, Venom. You went against your Twitch retirement. Well, Venom had said a few days ago that he was going to limit the amount of time he spent on Twitch, but I can attest I was on many of the same Twitch channels that he was on over the last couple days. All right, let's try again. This is the time to try the new decks. So I want to try. Let's see, I built her deck, but I'm not a big fan of mages. I have a boar, priest's a boar deck. Some of you just popped in to lurk, mainly chilled here in Natty's. Gotcha. All right, what to try? I haven't tried this deck yet. This is another one, Onyxia deck. Let's see how it plays. Uh-oh, there's coffee grindings in my coffee. Extra strong coffee today. Alright, so I don't really want to carry him through my whole deck. Choose enemy minions, 3 damage. What else do I have here? Okay. Onyx Studies, Flash Heal, Gift of the Nanu. I'm playing a deck that I don't even remember what I put in the deck, so. Rush, Hysteria, Light Moss, Solmir, Holy Smite, Hysteria, Kazakhstan. Alright, so it's pretty much all built around Kazakhstan, if I remember now. Peeps I had not seen in like months were on and was like, hey, seems like a special occasion. I noticed that too. I saw a lot of people that I had not seen for quite some time. And when I say quite some time, I mean over the holidays when I started streaming.
Blessings to you.
So it seemed that a lot of people who hadn't been online or hadn't been participating showed up the last couple of days. Yes, some of them stopped streaming. Store 3 helps discover a spell. Seems a little early.
What is Elun's will?
I don't know. So it looks like that is not Quest Warrior. Let's see what he's going to play. Legacy Bros. So you think most went back to work around the same time and now are finally getting used to the daily grind. I agree, but you know, March is a little bit. That's a quite pretty long time to be take to get used to the daily grind. What did I? Why did it? Oh, corrupt. It wasn't corrupt. Uh, you haven't stopped, and I'm still not used to it. Oh, I agree. Now I had about 5 weeks total. I was off. I took off 3 weeks for Christmas and the holidays, and then when I had the problems with my hands and all of that, I took off another 3 weeks. So it was about almost 6 weeks that I had off. That's the longest stretch of time I've taken off since I was at Intel and I got to take an 8 week sabbatical. Let's see. What did that do? Reduce their cost by 3. You're holding a dragon, and then I can only play 1. It's 5 health. Discover a spell. 3 damage to a minion. Oh, I don't know what to play. If I do that, then I can't do anything else. Let's do this.
See what side of the
Well, thank you. I will say was when I was off, all I could do was stream. I had some very long streams. I had one that lasted almost 5 hours when I was just getting started, and that was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed that. And thank you both. I really appreciate that. All right, so now your holy shell spell deal to all other minions. Don't want to do that because I'll kill my minion. Now I restore 3 health, discover a spell. I think that is going to be the most beneficial. All right. Deal 3 damage, auto kills noon. I think this one could be direct. Let's do that one. Alright. So I mentioned a couple days ago that we're doing disaster recovery planning. So that is the one meeting that I think I'm going to join in on for today. It means that not this coming weekend, but in the 18th weekend, which happens to be my sister's birthday. Thank you, Venom. That's awesome. I love hearing that. That just makes my day. So next, not this weekend, but the following, I'm going to actually have to work all weekend while we do the disaster recovery validation. So we start at 10 p.m. on Friday. And to be honest, I will not be online at 10 p.m. Friday. I will have my offshore counterpart manage those times, and I will pick it up early in the morning. But it means I can take today off. After I do the one meeting, I'm going to take the rest of the day off, and I think I'll just start streaming again. Okay, so let's do this one. Discover a death rattle minion. And enemy. But I don't have enough to trigger it. It's only minions. Alright, let's try again. Death rattle. Never spell was played. Summon a 9/1 Inquisitor. 3 or a 9? Wow. Well, when we got grilled over our disaster over disaster recovery. I just sat there, looked at my manager, and said, "This place is a disaster. You're recovering daily. I don't see an issue." Oh, I would love to say that. Yes, Nettie, I'm going to take, after I do my meeting at 7:30, I'm going to take the rest of the day off. Um, I have a few appointments that I have to keep, and I am going to just take some time for me to recover. I've been putting in very long days, and it's really starting to take a toll on me.
I wonder.
All right, so let's do this. Let's give him the armor. Let's get rid of the armor. And I don't have a need to do that. I have been putting in short days, and the toll has been incredible. I'm just the opposite. Oh my gosh, the last couple of days, I started at 7:30, and my meetings, I had back-to-back meetings until 2 o'clock. And I just talked with my manager yesterday. I was like, look, sitting still is killing me. I mean, this is so difficult. I need to get up and move around more. And so he was even like, no, take some time, get out and get moving so you can stay healthy. All right. All right, that worked really well. So, all other minions. So it's 3. Do that. Let's see here. If I do that, then I'll kill him, but I'll have the 9-1. I don't want to do that. It's pretty early to play him.
I wonder.
Deal 2 damage. Okay, I think that's the best play. All right, there we go. So yesterday I unpacked 2 new ATMs that came in, then found out I needed a special tool to open the slot with the power cable. So I aborted that mission. Oh, sounds like a frustrating day. Wow, 13. And he decided to take out my minion. And like I told Maddie, the lunch creep came over asking me to help him and then asking me 1,001 questions about the ATM I was unpacking. Like, bro, worry about learning how to solve your own issues and don't waste your time figuring out how my project works. Exactly. Discover a spell, reduce the cost in your hand. All right, is it time to play this dude? See what treasures we get. Let's see. All right. I think we have a good deck. Only take 1 damage at a time. Okay. Destroy a minion. Combo destroy any minion. Okay. Then the worst part which I could have legit just gave him the death punch at that moment, was when I finally went to his ATM to look at his issue, and there was no problem. Oh my gosh. Now I see why he has the name the Lunch Creep. Okay. Discover a spell from my deck. Discover a spell. Discover a spell from my deck. That looks like fun. Oh, I suppose it would have been good to silence that. Discover a spell. Here's the cost of the spells. I wonder if that works on him. I guess it does. I think he is in love with you. That just might be the case.
I'm the brood mother. Don't you ever forget.
Okay. Alright, so they're all going to go to the one. Alright, so we are going to shoot 3 fireballs at random enemies. And we win! I think I like this deck. Alright, that was... I think this is my new favorite deck. Yes, winning is always fun. But honestly, that's a really interesting build. I like how it plays. Alright, I have time for one more game, then I have to go feed all the 4-leggers. Oh, no, I don't want to do that. I wanted to actually play some Battlegrounds now. So yesterday, since you were here with me and watched my horrendous Battlegrounds play, I'm happy to say that I played Ragnaros again later in the day and actually won it. It was an awesome game. So I redeemed myself. Went from 8th place to 1st place. But definitely have to get at least one Battlegrounds in while I'm streaming. It's kind of the mental break. Thanks, Venom. Yeah, and yesterday I had a real interesting research time, gathering all my Smurf information. I was curious because I sort of remembered the Smurf theme song. And this is definitely the best pick. I'm going to do it again. Beasts, demons, elementals, murlocs, and pirates. So yeah, I was looking at putting if it was an intro, it was just a hello random. Yes. So I was looking for the theme song because I wanted to do something for my stream, like a modification of the info from the Smurf songs. And then I realized that every single season they modified the intro song slightly. So it gave me some ideas. Alright, so all I need to do is go with what the game gives me and kill as many minions as possible. So yes, let's see if I can place high again.
Rule number 1. Always have an exit strategy.
Okay. Definitely the right call. Well, very likely. The modification was because the sound guy got fired. Yes, the voice, the sound is different in each one. Alright. I think for short-term wins, I'm going to do this. I'm not going to commit to it. I'm going to do this. Since it's so important to get his passive, I'm going to really work at it. Uh-oh, I think old dog must go out now. I will be right back.
Victory is close at hand. Have you come to trade or waste your breath?
Okay, old dog is out safely. Alright, let's level and see what we get. What are we going to do? Leaper would be nice. We could go beasts. Making an early commitment to going beasts.
Begins with the
Let's see if this plays out. Especially since I only have one beast.
do not draw the jailer's eye.
Alright, so he has a lot of minions. Alright, so we lose. Let's see what we get and what we're going to go with. Alright, the game says beasts. Yeah, I was a big fan of Smurfs, obviously, when I was younger. Although that's not how I came up with my name. It just is how I advanced the name when I started streaming. But yes, if anyone else has any other favorites, I'd love to hear it. I know I used to watch a lot of, excuse me, the Justice League. Big fan of superheroes. I enjoyed that. And then I did watch Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo was fun. I'm definitely
Not draw the jailer's eye.
trying to remember some of the other cartoons that were really popular. And this is back when we used to have Saturday morning cartoons. Thundercats, Silverhawks. Oh, and the Dragon Ball. Dragon Ball Z. Yes, I could see that.
Stay vigilant.
Alright, so
Blind.
we don't really have anything that'll help us here. We could get some divine shields. That might come in handy. So let's do that.
Smile begins with a single minion.
Then what about anime? Any anime fans? I did watch Soul Eater. That's really the only one that I've watched, and I enjoyed that quite a bit. Oh, and then my all-time favorite animated movie was the Aladdin, the original Aladdin with Robin Williams. Not the recent one. I don't like the recent one at all. I don't think Will Smith did a very good job. He wasn't. He just had too much. I don't know. Just seemed to have an attitude.
Traverse your fortune.
But Robin Williams as the genie was awesome. I actually saw that 2 times in the theaters. Naruto, Hunter x Hunter, Hellsing, Full Metal Alchemist, Brotherhood. No, I agree. I don't know anime near as well as other people. All right, so we're doing okay here. Let's see if we can get some more beasts that will add some right to the level. All right, not really anything that's going to help us. Let's see. I think I'm just going to get that as an investment because I can sell it for 3 gold. And I'd rather get a minion than not play it. How many minions do we have left? 6 left. All right. Then we have to really start with the buffs. You were watching Death Note, but it was more like horror anime. I'll have to look at that one. I've never seen it. But Natty, since you said you were a fan of horror movies, that would seem to be something that would be right in your alley. All right.
Do not draw the jailer's eye.
All right. There, we got our buddy. All right. And we got our passive. First horror movie I was forced to watch. I just laughed the entire time. Well, if you remember horror movies from a long time ago, they are pretty bad. There's no question. All right, so see what else we're going to get first. We could use her above him, but I don't really want to commit to that. See what we're going to get. Tier 4. Discover. Don't really have anything. Oh, so we'll get a triple here. Alright, so I want him and him to get the buffs. This is going to be a pass-through, spin. Alright, I want him to give him a buff.
Nothing scares me. Except mice.
Tier 4. Alright, we got another beast. Yay. Hello. What's the name of that horror? I think this kid ran into like an invisible wall or something, and instead of it scaring me, it had the opposite effect. Oh, my favorite movie genre is also probably like a horror or maybe sci-fi fiction. I really like the sci-fi movies. I watch a lot of those. All right. The paranormal activity ones. All right, well, I've been carrying him all the way through. Do I want to carry him? Well, I might just end up selling. All right, since I've got a few taunts, I'm going to sell him. Triples are always good. Let's see, who are we going against? He's got mixed. Let's look at the positioning. That's okay. Yeah, some of the paranormal activity ones are kind of weird. But I still like the ones where they document possessions. I watched a whole series on a priest that traveled around Europe and was supposedly doing exorcisms, and it was just creepy. I think that the thing that was the most creepy, and obviously they probably enhanced it to make it seem really bad, or worse than it was, were some of the voices that came together and the way some of the people moved, though all of that could just be, recreations. Obviously, with all of the effects we have nowadays, you can't trust anything. All right, 90.3% chance of winning. He does have the one poison, which is going to be obnoxious, but I think we can manage. All right, now he got a triple buddy. All right, we lose one taunt. But overall, we definitely got this one. Okay. I'm going to level, spin. See, I would have loved to have had him. But obviously, I tried that yesterday and it didn't work. Okay, so I want more taunts.
A fair selection.
So who... Okay, time to get rid of him. Get rid of him. Get rid of him. Who do I want to give the taunts to?
My shield for Argo.
Get rid of him. He's not anything. Alright, so I am going to buff him. Fill. Spin.
Rule number 10. Higher
And then I'm going to let all of them buff even more. So, not bad. An interesting build. Hey, Hit! Good morning! Welcome. Nice to see you this morning. I'm just redeeming myself in with Ragnaros. Yesterday, when I ended, I had an 8th place finish. And then I went on to a 1st place finish yesterday. So now at least I know I've got 7th place. And then I hope you're feeling better. I know you said you had a bit of a cold.
Do not stop now, Commander.
All right. Well, this is the first BG that I'm playing this morning. So far, I've got Ragnaros again, and seems to be going good. It says I have a 100% chance of winning for this round. And it looks like I'm going to win this one. So yay. Still a cold bit pushing through. Oh, that's good. I've decided I'm going to do one meeting today, and then I am going to take the rest of the day off. All right. I could use this for more buffing. These, if it was earlier in the game, I would have played them. Let's see. Could use him for more buffing again. Oh, I do want that though. Okay, so I am finally going to get rid of him. give him
My shield for Argus.
I'll give him, because he doesn't do anything really. We might as well buff him and make him a little bit meaner. Alright. So we are set for now. So we're on turn 10. We're going against most likely, oh, elementals? As Onyxia? That's interesting. Alright. The Bee Gees that you played before going to work, you got second place. Awesome! Congrats! What hero did you play?
Perhaps you will succeed after all.
Alright, what's it say? Oh, he's got the Fellbat. 62.9%. He's going to be really strong, though, because he's got that Avenge elemental. Alright. Okay. What is that whelp? What is his whelp? Gave +4/+4 permanently. Gotcha. Well, it said 62%, but I don't think it accounted for the buddy. It's your best finish since getting above 6K.
Rule number 4. Maintain a list of those who might wish to enter.
Alright, let's do this. Yes, we're going against him. Elementals. Alright, really not much. We should get our triple if we live through this. Our top 6. Oh, let's see. I'm just going to keep those there and let them get really big. Alright, while this counts down, I will be right back. Got to check on the big dog. Old dog.
Do not stop now, Commander.
Alright. Looks like that played out okay. 7. See if anybody else is not. Okay, we're top 5 at least.
Good.
Let's see. We got our triple buddy.
Commander.
5. It's no sense in doing that. It's just wasting gold because we'll get a 6 anyways. Okay, I like my X-Na. Let's see what else. I should have. Let's see if we can get a triple rat. Oh my gosh, that was lucky. love those lucky draws. All right, another 6. Let's see here. Don't need another lever. I wouldn't mind another triple here. Or we could do the champion, but it is late in the game. I don't know that he'd get it buffed quick enough. Let's do this. Gearing up and trying to get energized for work. Yeah, I know that. I'm just going to leave it as is.
Do not stop now, Commander.
Oh, he's got the Amalgadon. Oh, that poison really hurts. I don't think we're going to win this one. Oh, poison versus poison. Okay, but we should be able to... Oh no, definitely not. Oh, bugger, we got 5th place this time. I was happy though with how it played out. So, not too bad. All right, everyone, let me see. I am going to stop streaming for a bit, but like I said, I'm going to do one meeting and then I'm probably going to be back. We'll see how things pan out, and as long as there's no emergencies, I'm going to take a day off. So thanks for joining. Happy Friday. Thank you all. Hearts. Have a good day.